for showers and a few storms as we close out the month. Plus, we're going to continue to bring the latest on that first alert weather day for severe storms heading into Monday next week.
And we're on your side with new information about the severe storms just a few weeks ago and how cities are continuing the cleanup and restoration efforts.
Live on your side, First Alert Weather Extra starts right now.
Well, welcome into First Alert Weather Extra. Lauren here with meteorologist Tania Michelle. And Tania, another stormy weekend upon us.
I know, but at least today is nice.
It is.
So happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. We got Friday going for us.
We sure do. It feels great out there.
It does. It feels so good. I know the pollen's been everywhere. Everyone's been a little sniffly, a little...
Like I feel the itch in my throat.
Yeah, the itch is there. So the good thing about this rain, we need it. It'll help to wash the pollen away.
That is true.
But
looking forward to that.
Of course, there's always a but.
Yeah. Monday.
Yeah, Monday. We got a first alert weather day. So let's look at that as we track the next big thing, that threat for storms on Monday. Now, yes, there is going to be the potential for showers and storms as we go into Saturday and Sunday, but the main window for seeing a severe threat is going to be early Monday morning. I mean, we're talking this could begin as early as 11 p.m. on Sunday night. So looking at the severe outlook for Sunday into early Monday, you'll notice where the orange is showing up across parts of the Midwest into the Mid-South. That's where level 3 out of 5 risk is. And that actually does just clip our northwest Alabama counties along that I-22 corridor, areas like Marion, Winston, Fayette, Lamar, even that western corner of Walker County. But the rest of us under a level 2 out of 5 risk. So bottom line is Monday morning, we could see the potential for some storms to come in that could produce some damaging wind gusts, large hail, and potentially an isolated tornado. That tornado threat is lower, but it's not zero. So we want to make sure to mention it. But over the weekend, off and on showers and storms possible. I think Saturday will start off dry. At best, we're talking maybe a little patchy drizzle. But as we get into the afternoon and evening, we see a better chance of some scattered showers to develop areas west. Now, we don't expect much in the way of thunder and lightning on Saturday. It's Sunday that we could see that potential, but still no severe risk. The best chance of seeing showers and storms on Sunday could be during the morning and afternoon, potentially a lull at night before we see more storms firing up around 11 p.m. But I know a lot of you are on spring break this week. Wanted to show you a live view of the sunset over the Gulf on our First Alert Sky Vision from Panama City Beach. Nice and dry right now, but winds are beginning to pick up, coming in out of the southeast at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So as we go into the weekend, it's not just us here in Alabama seeing storms. If you're wrapping up spring break, or maybe your spring break starting right now, be mindful. It could be stormy along the Gulf Coast this weekend. So with that increase in storm chances, we also have an increased rip current risk. So for today, the rip current risk was high, but check it out. Saturday and Sunday, also a high rip current risk. Monday, more of a moderate risk, but anytime you see that red flag flying, you don't want to get in the water. And you don't really want to get in the water right now anyway. I mean, if you're brave, cool, go ahead. But that water temperature right now is sitting at 69 degrees. And for the Gulf, especially in the early spring, that feels a little cooler, which of course by the summer, you're wishing it felt that cool. But we'll continue to track that potential for high rip current risk and of course our own potential for some strong storms coming up in Weather Extra.
Well, thanks, Lauren. Today, the National Weather Service confirming there were 15, excuse me. Oh boy, bad timing. 15 tornadoes to hit the state during the severe storms on March 15th. They also upgraded the Tallapoosa County tornado to an EF3 at 140 miles per hour based on the extensive tree damage. This brings the total number of EF3 tornadoes to 2, with the other being in Plantersville. Oh, okay. It's the pollen, guys, I tell you. Thank you, Lauren. Taking you now to West Alabama, where cleanup continues on Highway 86 in Pickens County. The main part of the highway has officially been cleared, but the right-of-ways are still being worked on. This is the area that AlDOT crews have been working to clear limbs so they won't get in the way of incoming traffic. Carrollton Mayor Mickey Walker estimating that Mickey Walker estimating that nearly thousands of trees were broken by the storm, including ones that fell in a nearby cemetery.
Yes, on both sides of 86 is private property, but you still got the state right-of-ways. And the state was trying to get the right-of-ways opened up so wouldn't nobody if they got off the edge of the road, they wouldn't hit one of the big trees limbs that's sticking out. There's been thousands of trees through there. That thing left a path miles long and probably 3-foot ball fields wide going through there.
And that's Carrollton. AlDOT leaders confirming that cleanup will continue and should be completed by the end of next week. In Pike County, relief efforts underway to help pets recently impacted by severe weather. The Troy Animal Rescue Project is handing out crates, pet food, toys, and other items pet owners may need. Items that may have been damaged in the storms. Tiffany Howlington with the rescue says oftentimes pets are forgotten.
It literally broke our hearts. We were seeing pictures on Facebook that people were posting where the dog is standing in the living room and there's a tree through the roof. It just was devastating for us to think of these people having their pets. And not only did they lose their home, but the pets lost their home. And it was just really important for us to be able to assist.
Requirements to apply for the help, and the rescue is willing to bring some of the supplies to the homes. But as we prepare to see more rainfall over the coming days, you know who's going to join me, meteorologist Lauren Linehan, about what we can expect and giving us more on that weather lowdown.
Yeah, Tania, you know, rain chances have honestly been pretty low this week, but as we look ahead to next week, we really do see them ramp up.
Yeah.
And honestly, really seeing that this weekend. So there is a benefit to it, as you know. It'll help to wash the pollen away. So that's what we're eventually looking towards, is that potential for the pollen to get washed away. Of course, it washes away and then more falls, but we aren't going to focus on that. Let's focus on these increasing rain chances for the weekend and into Monday. So for tomorrow, for your Saturday, we talked about that widely scattered chance getting later into the afternoon and evening, especially across West Alabama, then the possibility of scattered storms on Sunday. And then Monday, the primary time to see rain is going to be during the morning. Then that storm system Monday is all part of a cold front coming through. So it briefly gets a little cooler, dries down on Tuesday, and then we introduce a chance of some showers Wednesday into next Thursday, potentially next Friday, Saturday. But we'll talk about that beyond the 7-day. What we just want you to know is that over the next week through next Friday, check out these potential rainfall totals. You see across much of central Alabama, we could be getting a good 3 inches of rain, possibly even higher amounts, those locally higher amounts across northwest Alabama. So this wet weather, of course, is going to be beneficial because let's look at that allergy forecast. The pollen levels have been very high, especially early in the spring. It's the tree pollens that are so notorious, and that yellow pollen that you see is often associated with the pine trees. So if you're extra sensitive to that, make sure you're taking care of your sinuses and allergies. Now, as far as the weed and grass pollens, those have actually gone up a little bit. The ragweed pollen and grass is about at a medium level. So definitely want to be mindful of that in the days ahead. Now, it's really once we get into the fall months that the ragweed especially gets pretty bad, but definitely if you're more sensitive to the tree pollens, if you have anything in the way of a nasal rinse that helps you, or even the potential for not just a nasal rinse, but if you need to take some allergy medicine or a nasal spray. We ran a story yesterday about allergy shot. Shoot, I may be looking into that too. So just do what you do to need to take care of yourself. But hey, be sure to scan the code on your screen to download the WBRC First Alert Weather app. We'll be keeping you up to date on what we're tracking, not just for the weekend rain, but for Monday's First Alert Weather Day as well. And of course, the irritating pollen. And we'll give you forecast updates for your exact location. We're taking you across the country now to South Texas, where they're beginning the cleanup process today after intense thunderstorms brought flash flooding. Fire officials in Hidalgo County confirming at least 50 water rescues on Thursday. McAllen, Texas, seen nearly 8 inches of rain, which makes it their third wettest day of all time. And in B County, after months of dry conditions, have finally seen much needed rain. One resident says the flood waters could take up to a week to recede once the rain stops falling.
We're kind of bouncing between two scenarios here, extended drought and floods. And now obviously our situation is not ideal, but the rain is by far needed and welcomed.
The rain event causing the issuance of 4 flash flood emergencies across Hidalgo and Cameron counties.
Well, Lauren, coming up in 30 seconds, we're going to bring it back home and continue to talk about that rain and storm chance for your Saturday. Plus, we're going to bring you the latest updates on this week's drought monitor. We'll be right back. Yes, ma'am. Welcome back in, everyone. It is time for weather every 6 minutes. We are looking at that monster jam forecast because, hey, the weekend is upon us, but there is a chance for rain and maybe even a few storms. So will it impact the monster jam event at Protective Stadium? Well, slightly. If you're heading out there, you're really going to want that poncho, the umbrella if they allow you to bring those in, something to keep you dry, maybe even wearing clothes that are a little bit more water resistant. There could be a passing shower, but I do think there will also be some breaks for you to still enjoy the event. Temperatures in the 70s through at least 7 p.m., upper 60s around 8 o'clock. And then, of course, we're still tracking a little bit more wet weather around for your Sunday. And then we have that first solar weather day coming up Monday. We'll be taking a full look at that 7-day forecast here in just a little bit. Lauren?
Thanks, Tania. Well, those wildfire conditions continuing across South Carolina as 2 wildfires continue to burn in Greenville and Pickens counties. The Table Rock Complex fire reaching more than 10,000 acres, more than 600,000 gallons of water have been dropped in order to fight the blazes, with more than 550 firefighters working together. And as the burn ban is in effect statewide, the governor continues to stress the importance of cleanup in the process ahead.
We got a lot of work to do. It's going to take a long time to get this contained. It is not contained now, except in some places.
This is just the beginning of the wildfire season in South Carolina, and the Forestry Commission has already responded to 373 fires burning over 18,000 acres, Tania.
Yeah, Lauren, here across central Alabama, the one good thing that I can say is that we did have rain earlier this week and over this past weekend, so our drought monitor updated as of yesterday. So every Thursday we get an update with the drought monitor. As you can see, we're still seeing improvements across the area. Many areas looking good, but there's still a little bit of abnormally dry conditions for parts of central Alabama, and it's really making a diagonal across the area and including very far portions of southeast central Alabama. So could we use the rain this weekend? Most definitely. Do we need a whole lot? Probably not. But will we see on and off rain showers throughout the weekend? Yes, that will hopefully eliminate those drought conditions, and we'll get another update next Thursday. Lauren?
Still ahead, we're continuing to track the severe threat for Monday's first alert weather day and taking you up to Cherokee County, where they're preparing for Emergency Awareness Day to get you ready for any severe threat.
They're fixing to come get us.
Shelly said break a leg. I said I only got one good one left. Was it? I told him we could help, but I don't know if it, maybe it was today. But it turns out
There she comes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Okay.
All right.
Call and get you all
I don't know
good.
where the break room was. They probably
head over
he
towards
probably just
Lauren.
over here.
The
Sure.
ones that with the
Hello.
mics on that are going to be on TV.
Hello.
Hey.
So come right over here. We can have one of you right here, and then
Okay.
the other 2 over there. And you'll just watch. There's a cord there.
Yes, ma'am.
Always trip over.
You want to get over there?
Sure thing.
And you were good right there. Even if you want to come on that side, if that would be a better view for you.
She's gonna take us some pictures.
Good. Awesome. Thank y'all so much for coming today.
Thank you for
Yeah,
inviting
you're
us.
perfect right there. So, okay, tell me everyone's names. You can just say first name.
I'm Sean.
Sean.
I'm Joey.
Joey.
Andy.
Sean, Joey, and Andy. Okay, y'all, thank you so much for being here. And you are with the EMA or the, okay.
So I'm with Cherokee County EMA.
Okay.
He's with Cherokee County EMA, and he's with Tractor Supply Company, who is
Okay,
hosting
great.
the
Yeah,
event.
Tractor Supply. Awesome. This is so great. So I'll just basically be asking you guys questions about it, and I'll be hearing in my ear how much time we have. So basically, we're just having a conversation. When you talk, you don't just have to like stare into the camera. You can.
So we're looking at you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Looking at each other.
You can make fun of Sean.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly. Why
So
not?
normal day. Yeah.
So this is exciting. So this starts. What time does this start tomorrow?
10
I'll just
a.m.
ask you about. Okay,
10 to
perfect.
2.
10 to 2.
Perfect. Well, good, because from 10 to 2, the weather will be cooperating. And as we gear up to see severe weather heading into Monday, Emergency Management Agency in Cherokee County are preparing for Emergency Awareness Day tomorrow. Today, I'm joined by Sean Rogers and Joey Weaver, as well as Andy from Tractor Supply Company, to tell us more about this event tomorrow. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us all here tonight and making the drive down to Birmingham. So, for folks who have never heard of this event, would one of you like to tell us more about what the event entails? Tell us more about it.
Yeah, so we'll start with Andy and let him.
So last year, this is our second annual event. We had a great event last year. It was very successful. Thanks to Sean, Joey, our other community partners. We just had an idea, we're looking for opportunities to give back to the neighborhood, the folks in our neighborhood and our community in general. And I thought, I already had a relationship with Sean, so I reached out to him and he said, yeah, let's do this thing. So helped put it together, and we had, as I said, we almost had traffic jams last year with people that were coming in to, get the weather radios and meet the local responders that are on scene or on the site with us. So it's a great event.
And I know this time of the year, that is a hot commodity, weather radios. Can you tell us more about the availability of those at your event?
So we order in bulk from Midland. So we typically, every year we order anywhere from 200 to 800, and we are annually, not just this event, but annually, we are giving those radios out to citizens of Cherokee County as part of our preparedness campaign to make sure they get those warnings inside their home.
So if someone wants to go pick up a weather radio tomorrow and come check out the event, where and when is this happening?
At the Tractor Supply and Center on Chestnut Bypass from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay, great. And so I know you mentioned you're going to be giving out weather radios. What other things can people expect when they come?
So we will have the National Weather Service present with us, so they will be able to answer any questions that the public may have. Our staff will be on site to answer any questions and to also sign our residents up for Code Red, which is our county's mass notification system. And then we'll have fire departments and law enforcement agencies and different public safety entities. I think there's going to be a few more that'll be doing some things that's non-public safety.
That is correct.
Yeah.
We're going to have one of the local shelters will be having a pet adoption day.
Oh, perfect.
So it's a good opportunity for that. If you're looking for a new member of your family, you can come out. We'll have those. I know there'll be some events for kids, some planting type events where they can pot a plant and take it home with them. Did you mention smoke detectors already?
Have not mentioned smoke detectors.
So the Center Fire Department will be there, and they'll have an opportunity for free smoke detectors as well. So which is also another huge thing to be prepared for the emergencies as they come along.
Well, this sounds like a great thing to do on Saturday, and the best part is this is all going to be before the weather comes in later on Saturday night. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here today, and I hope your event goes well.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
And so we will continue to be tracking that severe threat. Tania, what are we looking at?
Well, Lauren, it's time to break it down. Let's take a look here at that Super 7-day forecast. And hey, if you're like me and you stepped outside even just for a minute today, the pollen is getting to me, guys. So I'm kind of looking forward to some of this rain sweeping out the pollen and helping us with our allergies. Just a little bit of relief. We'll take it, right? Let's take a look at our weekend. Saturday, I definitely think we'll catch some breaks, but it does look like there's still a chance for showers early in the morning. This model specifically shows more of the rain moving into West Alabama after lunchtime. But I'd be prepared for some scattered showers earlier in the day with maybe an embedded thunderstorm as we approach the late afternoon hours. Here we are Saturday 5 p.m. seeing some periods of heavy rainfall at times. There may be a rumble of thunder, but more rain than anything. We're not tracking severe storms for our Saturday, okay? Sunday, we'll see a little bit of rain around as well throughout the early morning hours. So keep that in mind as you make any outdoor plans Sunday, heading to church. You're still going to want to grab that umbrella and that rain jacket just in case. Here we are by 9 a.m. Might see some pop-up showers across the area, looking pretty cloudy. Here we are by lunchtime, not too bad. The bulk of what happens Sunday night is really the bulk of what's going to happen Sunday is really Sunday night. We're talking after 11 p.m. and heading into your Monday, and that's when we have declared that first low weather day. So around 11 a.m. Monday morning is when that threat will be over, but it'll start around 11 p.m. Sunday night. So we're tracking 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. into your Monday, if that makes sense, okay? 11 p.m. Sunday night until 11 a.m. Monday. We're watching north and west central Alabama for that greatest severe storm risk, but we're still not seeing a great tornado threat, okay? That still remains low and very conditional, but still non-zero. So you want to be prepared for a tornado nonetheless. I definitely think gusty winds and some hail will be our main impacts heading into your early Monday morning. There will definitely be some heavy rain on your early morning commute, so plan for that. And that's going to cause lower visibility as you're driving on those roadways. Take your time, give yourself extra time. I know many people have been on break, enjoying spring break, on vacation. So as you make those plans early next week, please be sure to get yourself together the night before and really right now if you can, before we anticipate that next heavier and stronger storm chance. But as we bring in 9 a.m., we start to see more of that heavier rainfall moving further south and east, and it will be impacting the Gulf Coast a little bit. So if you are on spring break next week, expect some rain and storms down there at the Gulf Coast at that time. We bring in Tuesday with a lot cooler temperatures for the early morning, but the afternoon things really warm back up for us. But keep in mind the early morning hours, it will be chilly out there. We're tracking some low 40s far north central Alabama. That's one of the next big changes. On and off rain chances mid to late next week, but highs in the 80s. It looks so warm. And yeah, those April showers are here. So keep in mind that we are still tracking more wet weather in the days to come. Hold on to the umbrella and rain jacket. We'll be fine-tuning those rain chances over the weekend. But right now, we got to take you beyond the 7-day. So meteorologist Lauren Linehan joining me again with the weather lowdown and that Beyond the 7-Day forecast.
Now, Tania, I thought you normally do Beyond the 7 days. So are you sure you don't want to do it tonight?
I get a break today.
Okay, we'll let you have that break. A little Friday treat. But hey, we do have a treat if you like warmer weather beyond the 7-day, Tania. We are looking at that possibility of even warmer weather as we go into April. So check it out. This is looking at the 6 to 10-day temperature outlook from April 3rd through April 7th. And this does show that much of the eastern U.S., and that includes us here in the southeast, seeing the potential for above average temperatures. Of course, that comes at a price. Sometimes when you get that warmer weather early on in the season, that can lead to more unsettled weather. So we're also looking at the possibility in early April for a more unsettled weather pattern, higher than average precipitation chances. So let's take a peek at it beyond the 7 days. We look at our futurecast. This is next Saturday, April 5th, and this is showing a storm system developing off to our northwest that could eventually push south and east into central Alabama. Now, what we're showing you here is one model, and you're like, oh, well, next Saturday doesn't look too bad. The other model shows us very wet and stormy on Saturday. So this is a pretty complicated pattern. It's going to take a while for us to kind of fine tune the data. Just know that as we're going forward in time, this is the following week, you see just unsettled weather across the southeast. So we could be seeing a week or two where we see off and on disturbances coming in that could bring not just the potential of rain, but of course this time of the year, it's spring severe weather season. We also want to keep an eye on the potential for any severe threats. So that's something we're going to be watching closely, but it does look like at least beyond the 7-day and especially early April, we could be getting some very beneficial rainfall in the forecast. We just don't want too much. Well, taking you around the world now to Thailand, where urgent rescue efforts are underway after a powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake. Mike Valerio has more.
A skyscraper in Thailand's capital Bangkok reduced to dust Friday. A massive earthquake in neighboring Myanmar destroying the building. Authorities think many are trapped inside.
Earthquakes are not common in Bangkok or in Thailand. I've been living here for over 10 years. This is the first earthquake I've ever experienced here.
The earthquake's epicenter was about 1,000 kilometers away in the center of war-torn Myanmar. It hit just after midday local time with a powerful aftershock minutes later. Residents in the city of Mandalay filmed collapsed buildings on their phones, while golden statues in some of the temples were also damaged by the quake. In Bangkok, the quake sent people fleeing homes and offices for the relative safety of the streets. Water spilling from this hotel rooftop pool onto the roads below. Thailand's prime minister declaring the capital an emergency zone.
This is not an unexpected event. We know that this place, this segment of the fault, is likely to rupture as a big earthquake in the near future.
Tremors were felt as far away as China. Experts said they weren't surprised at all by the quake. Mike Valerio, CNN, Seoul.
Well, Tania, we
Well,
got
Lauren.
another active weekend ahead.
Yeah, we sure do. Scattered showers, maybe a few embedded thunderstorms. There will be breaks to still enjoy
Yes,
the weekend, and it will be warm.
It will be warm.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing, right? It's just, of course, it getting warmer, it getting muggier.
Humid.
Yeah, there's that. So it's been kind of warm and dry the past few days.
Yeah.
But now we're going to flip the switch and the humidity is going to come back in.
Absolutely. And then we're watching Monday.
Yes, exactly. So Monday is when we have that first alert weather day. We've got the thunderstorm and the hail risk, but as far as the tornado risk, it doesn't
Still looks low.
Yeah, low, but we'll keep you updated if that changes. Past that, though, it still looks like we could see some more rain, warmer weather next week, Tania.
Yeah, we'll have updates for you guys tonight, first at 9 and 10, really, because we'll be digital at 9.
That's
so
right.
join us on those streaming platforms and have a good evening. Take your time. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's do it. Walking over. All right, here we go. In 3, 2. Hey there, everyone. First Alert meteorologist Tania Michelle here with a look at that 7-day forecast. Tracking on and off rain chances both Saturday and Sunday. There could be an isolated or embedded thunderstorm, so keep that in mind if you hear any rumbles of thunder. But the big story is really the overnight hours into early Monday. We've declared it a first alert weather day. Could see a strong and maybe even a severe storm in the forecast. Temperature is very warm really throughout the weekend. Mild overnight temps, highs nearing really mid to upper 70s, maybe reaching close to low 80s Sunday afternoon with those overnight temps in the 60s. But notice a big drop in temperatures from Monday afternoon to those overnight hours into early Tuesday. Don't let that scare you or cause you any alarm. You might step out and be like, whoa, it's chilly. Well, it will be. We're tracking some 40s and maybe even some low 40s far north central Alabama, but the afternoon Tuesday looks beautiful. Now, after Tuesday, there will be the chance for a passing shower, maybe a thunderstorm next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with highs in the 80s, overnight temps in the 60s. If you're looking for more forecast updates, don't hesitate to download the WBRC First Alert Weather app.